everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video, which is going to be an Ulta haul update. A couple of months ago I shared a 6,000 point Ulta haul, which I will link up in the cards if you'd like to check it out if you enjoy Ulta hauls. And I promised that I would come back and I would do a follow-up, sort of hauled it but how was it, or hauled it and did I like it. I know that there's a lot of variations for these kinds of videos. I already did one video about it because in that haul I hauled I bought a couple of eyeshadow palettes, so if you're interested in seeing that follow-up video, I will link that up in the cards as well. But this is everything else, not eyeshadow palettes from that video. So if you're interested in seeing how I liked everything that I bought, then let's go ahead and get started. So when I was shopping that day, I had accumulated a lot of points and I had a 20% off coupon as well. And so I spent a lot of my points all at once. And that was a point in time when I decided that I didn't have an extensive blush collection. And so a lot of what you're going to see today is blushes. These are not going to be things that are new, but they were new to me at the time. And so I'm just here to give you my thoughts on them. The first couple of items that I purchased were these blush kits. They were really popular around the holidays and I had seen them getting really good reviews, particularly this one, which is the Radiant one. It's I would say a little bit better suited for lighter skin tones. This is what your shades look like, and what I liked about this palette is that you had a combination of a matte and shimmery blush in the same color family. So if you like the peachy tones, you had your matte and shimmer, as well as in the pink family. And this one, which was the Radiant kit, was the one that a lot of people with deeper skin tones were purchasing. And I was really interested in it because I didn't have any blushes in those shades. This really deep purple, or this one here that's more neutrally. This one is very similar to one in the Radiant kit. If you look at them side by side, they're a little bit similar there. And this shade right here was suggested to be used as a contour shade, which I did, and it worked out perfectly. I really like the formula of these little kits. I thought they were a real good value for the money, and especially at the discount that I got. I think that these are still available. Like, I've seen them on Beautylish, and I'm not sure if Sephora still carries them online, but I think I've seen them on Ulta Beauty as well. They're not on sale or anything like that, but I think they're a really good value. What I don't like about it is how bulky the packaging is. It's a little bit thick. I think that was probably unnecessary, as I doubt that these pans go all the way down. But as far as the quality was really good. I would have to say that if I were choosing between one or the other, I would definitely take this one, which is the Gradient kit, just because it's the more unique one. I think that it's a lot easier to dupe the colors in this palette, so I do like this one a little bit more just because of its uniqueness. Also from Anastasia, I picked up this little blush trio, and this one was in the shade Peachy Love, and I love the packaging of this one. This one is just all peachy tones. You have a very bright peachy tone, a deeper one, and a more shimmer one. It's hard to describe. Usually I just can swirl these all together and get a very beautiful blush. Quality of these is really nice, and the packaging is so beautiful. It has the Anastasia logo sort of as a hologram inside there. It's really nice, and I think that this is definitely more portable, and you have 3 blushes as opposed to the 4 that you have in one of these kits. And you can see size-wise, like, this is a lot more portable and convenient. So I do recommend these. These are permanent to their lines, and they come, I think, in about 6 different shades. This is the first one that I purchased, and I'm really excited about it. I've enjoyed it, and I think it's a really good product. So those were the blush palettes that I picked up. I did pick up a couple of single blushes. I did pick up Tarte Exposed. I was probably the last person on the planet that did not own this in their collection. I really enjoyed the birthday gift by Tarte last year from Sephora. It's a very neutral blush, very similar to this one. I didn't think that this was actually going to work on my skin tone, but it really does, and it's neutral for those days where I do brighter eyeshadow looks. It looks really nice. It just gives a nice natural flush to the cheeks without overpowering the eye look, and so I really enjoy it for that. I don't think that this is going to be suitable for everyone, however, but Tarte has so many different shades in their line that I'm sure that you can find one that you would like, and they have a couple different finishes. This one is one of the matte finishes, and I really like it. It lasts really well throughout the day, and it blends very nicely with all my other products, so I think that this is a good one. I definitely understand where the hype is all about with this guy. The next blush that I picked out was from Burt's Bees. There was a whole buzz about these where a lot of people were hauling them and reviewing them on their channels. I picked mine up in the shade Bare Peach. I know that the popular shade is something about cinnamon, but I wasn't able to get my hands on that one. I did get my hands on this one, and it's also a really nice blush. It is a matte blush, and as you can see, I probably have enough peachy blushes to last me a lifetime. I think it's a beautiful formula, and for the price, it's really great quality. So if I do find some of the others, I'm very likely to pick them up. What am I saying? I have so many blushes here, and I still have one more to go, but this one really is a good one, so I like it. This one is something that I'm going to mention just because I did haul it and I just wanted to follow up. I don't think that this is available on Ulta Beauty anymore. It went on clearance and it's sold out. It may still be available on the Dose of Colors website, but I'm not sure. This is from their Mint For You collection, which I think was in summer of last year, so it's pushing a year now. And I decided to pick up a pink shade. This one is in the shade Statemint, which is really cute. And it's an okay blush as well. I have to say that I did prefer the others that I talked about over this one. I don't know if this is typical of the Dose of Colors line, since this was sort of a limited edition collection. It's also the first blush from their brand that I've tried, so I can't speak to the quality of the other ones, but this one is just okay. Pretty color. I'm glad that I have it in my collection. The packaging is fine. It's cute. And yeah, it turned out alright. That's everything for the blushes. I did have one face palette that I purchased, and this was Nars Board the Plage. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but you've probably seen this before on other people's channels. It's a highlight and bronzer palette where you have Laguna and Casino, and then you have a couple of the Nars Highlighter formulas. This one here was in the Banque du Sable trio that was so popular, so if you were interested in getting at least one of the shades from that palette, this one is still available. I do find that this is a really high quality palette. I haven't had any trouble with the highlighters, although I have to say that the bronzers in this palette are so firmly pressed. I have to use a really dense brush to be able to pick them up, but I think I have a heavy hand with bronzers. I really need to work on my bronzer application anyway, because I feel like I can't see it, and then all of a sudden I'm orange. So I don't know. I have to practice with my bronzers. I think that that's one technique that I really need help on. In any case, the palette is really good quality. You may still be able to find this one, although it was a limited edition thing. I think for around holiday last year, my friend Jessica from Jessica Kent, she's got her own channel, she said I really needed this palette in my life, and I totally understand. It's a really great palette. In that video, I picked up a backup of my Naked Skin concealer. This is by Urban Decay. This is my holy grail concealer. I haven't found anything that can top this so far, and I keep trying concealers just because I think it's my make it or break it makeup product. I have to have concealer, and this is just a great one. I like that it's lightweight, it resists creasing, and the color match is also really good. I'm in the shade medium light neutral. I know this is a lot of people's favorites. It's just a really tried and true product, and so I had picked up a backup of that, which it's no longer a backup because it's open. Something I loved from that haul was this Nars. This is the Power Matte Lip Pigment. I love this formula so much, and I love the color even more. I picked up the shade London Calling, and I was wearing it in a different haul video, I think, and everybody commented on it, and I let everybody know that it was this. This is so good. So good. I think that out of everything that I hauled, this has to be my favorite, aside from the concealer, but I already knew that. This was something that I was trying. Oh my gosh, I love these. Right now they have those little mini duos. I think if you haven't tried out the formula, picking up one of those little sets is a great way to try out the formula to see how you like it. And then they have a really extensive color range. I love that they're available at Ulta because we can use the Ulta points. And yeah, this is so good. So good. So now, after hyping that up, I have to share a couple of lip products that they just, I just didn't care for them. And I'm so sad about it. It's by Nude Sticks, and this was called the Lip Box, the Nude Sticks Creator Palette. It's limited edition. It's still available. This was really expensive. And the reason why I wanted it is because I'm a huge fan of Samantha Ravndal, and she has a shade in here. Her shade was this one, which is Freckle. Now, I've worn pretty much all the shades in the palette. There's 6 different shades, and I believe it was, I don't know, it was 6 influencers. It was 6 influencers that got together, created a shade, and I really wanted to support Samantha, so I picked it up. I was also really curious about this formula because it's called a magnetic matte, and oh my gosh, they really named it correctly, because this goes on so creamy. When you swatch it, it is so creamy, and you think it's gonna be so comfortable, but after a couple of minutes, when this sets, it like sucks the life out of your lips. It made my lips look so bad. It was just not flattering on me at all, and I'm so sad about them because they were expensive and I really wanted to love them, but I can't recommend these. I understand that they have another formula that's not designated magnetic matte, and so that one may be a little bit better, but right now I have to say that I'm not really inclined or tempted to try anything else from the brand, just because my experience with these, I can wear them and I have worn them and they're pretty colors, but I always have to put a gloss on top of them because they're just so uncomfortable, and then I'm basically eliminating the matte effect. So for that I could just wear a regular lipstick, a satin finish lipstick that would be more comfortable. Another thing I wanted to notice is that it comes in this little tin. There's a mirror inside and it's really poor quality. It's not something that I would be using, and it's nice to store the lipsticks, but I was really bummed by this one, guys. I'm really bummed. I think if you're interested in trying out that formula, I would suggest just purchase one that you think you might like and try that. Do not invest in a larger box because it's just too much money to spend on something that's, I don't know, to me, not very comfortable. You can let me know if you've tried these before and what you think about them, but for me, I think this is a pass. There were just two more items that I picked up during that haul, and the first was a brush because I always haul brushes. This was the Morphe M507, and it's a teeny tiny little blending brush. I find this brush useful, but it's not my favorite because it's very scratchy. Yeah, it's a little bit scratchy, but I do like the size. I like that it's a very tiny pointed blender, just like the name says, because I can do very detailed crease work. I always have to draw in my crease since I don't have a real one. And so something like this is really helpful, but this one isn't necessarily my favorite. And I do have some Morphe brushes that I like a lot more. It's functional, I can definitely use it, but it's just a little scratchy. Just a little too scratchy. I love the shape. I think I just picked one up like this from Japanesque, and I'm hoping that it's a little bit softer and that I enjoy it a little bit more. The final product in that haul was the Anastasia Liquid Glow. This is a face highlighter, and this is one of those that you can mix with your foundation or wear on its own, and I picked mine up in the shade Perla. I've seen that in the summer collection they're going to release more shades of this, so that's exciting. I'd like to see the shades. I think the price is good, and I like that it comes in a squeezy tube, so the packaging is really nice. But as far as liquid highlighters go, this dries so fast. So fast, and I found that if you just put a little bit on your finger and you dab it on, you can see the spots where you dabbed. So I think that after playing with it for quite some time, I do like it for mixing it with my foundation. I like it on my body if I like flat out blend it out, like on my shoulders or collarbones. I like it in that way. But if I'm going to wear it as a traditional highlighter, what I have to do is I have to apply it to the back of my hand and blend it there and take my damp sponge and then dip the sponge into the highlighter and then put it on, because that's the only way that I've been really able to achieve a very diffused look. That's if you're wearing it on top of all your other products. If you wear it underneath your foundation, then you can apply it with your fingertips and blend it in right away. But you want to work super quickly. It dries so fast, super fast. And in a sense, that's good for the body, but it makes it a little bit difficult when you're working in targeted areas in your face. So I like it, but I don't love it, especially after trying the Hourglass Vanish Flash Highlighter. Oh my gosh, that one is so great. It's the one that I'm wearing today, and you can work with that. The way I do it is I just rub my hand on, I'll show it in another video for sure. I have it in a get ready with me video as well, which I'll link up in the cards if it's ready, and if not, it's definitely coming. But it's something I picked up during my Sephora VIB sale. I have a haul video for that one as well, which I will link if you want to check out what I got at Sephora. But this concludes my Ulta haul update. I do have another Ulta haul that I filmed a little bit after this one, and so I will definitely have an update coming to you for that one as well. That's everything for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my thoughts on the products that I purchased and how they worked out for me. If you do enjoy this kind of video, please let me know by giving me a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'm Yori. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you'll consider subscribing and joining our little makeup family. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you again for spending a few minutes of your day with me, and I hope you're having a lovely one. I'll see you again very soon on my next one. Bye-bye. There was one other item according to the description box of that video. Apparently I hauled the Stila Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow eyeshadow in the shade Mermaid, and I can't find it, so way to go me. I'll probably find it later, but nice going.